So, good evening to all. Today's topic is proteins. In the last lecture we have completed carbohydrates. हमने वही कार्बोहाइड्रेट का टॉपिक किया है जो कि सीबीएसई एग्जाम में आने वाला है, ठीक है ना. रेस्ट ऑफ द पार्ट वी विल डू आफ्टर द कंप्लीशन ऑफ द चैप्टर्स. ठीक है. ओके, सो टुडे वी विल स्टार्ट. ओहो, hello everyone. Our today's topic is proteins. So yes, so proteins, it is another class of biomolecules which is essential for living beings, and chief source of proteins are, yes, anybody, chief source of proteins are, milk, cheese, even pulses, right, even peanuts, fish, meat, peanuts, they are all the sources of proteins. Okay, and proteins have high molecular mass. These are, they have high molecular mass, and they are biopolymers. They are complex बायोपॉलीमर्स. ओके, और किसके बायोपॉलीमर्स होते हैं ये? ऑफ अल्फा amino acids. And this name protein is derived from the Greek word, and that Greek word is, yes, what is that Greek word? That is proteos. Okay, which means prime importance. Proteins are very important for the living beings. Okay, because proteins, they are vital chemical substances which are essential for growth and maintenance of life. Right? These are essential for growth and maintenance of life. Or they are present in almost all the living cells of plants and animals. Okay, so actually what are alpha? देखो, proteins, they are made up of peptides. When proteins are hydrolyzed, we get peptides. Actually, proteins are polypeptides, and these peptides are obtained from alpha amino acids. Okay, so actually proteins are, these are the polymers of alpha amino acids. Okay, like see, alpha amino acid means, see, this is COH, alpha carbon. This alpha carbon has NH2 group, so this is called alpha amino acid. There is maybe R or H, whatever it is. Okay, this is side chain. This one is amino group, and COH is carboxyl group. So in alpha amino acid there is carboxyl group as well as amino group. Okay. So amino acids contain amino and carboxyl group as functional groups, and depending upon the relative position of the NH2 group with respect to COH, amino acids are classified as alpha, beta, gamma, delta, whatever, but only alpha amino acids are obtained by the hydrolysis of proteins. That implies that proteins are polymers of alpha amino acids. And how they are formed? See, there is carbon, this is R, H, NH2, C double bond O, OH, NH, C, any, let us take this is R1, this is R2. Okay, so OH and H, water is removed, same H, OH. In this way, it is going to be removed, means water is removed, okay, in every case. So we get this type of structure. R1, R2. This is peptide linkage or peptide bond, and this is called polypeptide. If two are obtained, means joined, that is called dipeptide, tripeptide, and many alpha amino acids are joined, so we get polypeptide. Okay, and this polypeptide is called proteins. Polypeptides means high molecular mass polypeptides, that is called proteins. So that means actually proteins are condensation polymers. See, because when two alpha amino acids are joined, a small molecule is removed, so such a compound is called condensation polymers. These are condensation polymers in which the monomeric units is are alpha amino acids. Okay, so actually proteins are the condensation polymers of alpha amino acids, right? So total there are 26 different alpha amino acids which have been isolated by the hydrolysis of various proteins. Total 26, and out of this 26, 20 amino acids they occur in almost all the proteins. Chart is given in our NCERT. Okay, and remaining 6 are found in special tissues. Remaining 6 जो है they are found in, okay. So these amino acids differ from one another in, they differ in what? They differ in, sorry, one second. Sorry. Okay. See, alpha amino acid is like so they differ in this group only, side chain. So as this side chain changes, properties of the protein changes, means property of the protein depends on or determined by this side chain. Property of this protein depends on साइड चेन. ओके, किस पे डिपेंड करता है? इस साइड चेन पे डिपेंड करती है प्रॉपर्टीज. ठीक है. अब बात करते हैं नॉमेनक्लेचर अल्फा अमीनो एसिड्स का. तो सिंपलेस्ट अल्फा अमीनो एसिड कौन सा है बता दो. Yes, anybody? Simplest alpha amino acid, that is simplest alpha amino acid is glycine, in which this R group is actually H, and this is the only alpha amino acid which is optically inactive. Optically inactive because there is no chiral carbon, because this carbon attached to NH2 COH H, but on the other side there is also H. So this is optically inactive. Only alpha amino acid which is optically inactive is glycine. Okay, and it is represented as first three letters GLY. Okay, it is abbreviated as GLY. Second is alanine. In alanine, see, we have CH3 group. This R is CH3. Okay, and you know now it is a chiral carbon. All others are chiral carbon. Okay, they are optically active, and this is called alanine, and it is abbreviated as ALA. Okay, got it? There are so many others, Anna, but keep in mind these two. Now, classification of alpha amino acids. Now, classification, they are classified as neutral or acidic or basic alpha amino acids. So, these are three classes, like alpha amino acids in which there is one NH2 and one COH, means equal number of NH2 and COH. If this is the case, that is called neutral alpha amino acid. Neutral alpha amino acids, इनको बोलते हैं न्यूट्रल अल्फा अमीनो एसिड्स. ठीक है ना. और अल्फा अमीनो एसिड्स जिसमें जो है COH groups are more than NH2, that means like 2 COH group and 1 NH2 group, that means acidic groups are more, so that is called acidic alpha amino acids. And others which contains 2 NH2 groups and 1 COH group, so that is called basic alpha amino acid. Okay, example, neutral like glycine or एलानिन, ये तो अभी किया ना हमने, ग्लाइसिन एलानिन, है ना, in which there is one NH2 and one COH. even next one is valine. so valine में क्या होता है, देखो valine को कैसे रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे, देखो GLY ALA and VAL. okay, one letter code is GAV. okay, in this case it is like this, NH2. see, this part is same for all of them, NH2H and COH in most of the cases, and here if it is isopropyl group, then that is called valine. okay, then it is leucine, isoleucine, in leucine it is like LEU, and isoleucine it is ILEU. okay, so in this case it is like NH2 in leucine, okay, this part, and this is CH2 CH3 1 2 3 4. It should be like this. okay, CH2 C, okay, H is there, na? CH3 CH3, and isoleucine it is like NH2 CH COH, means this is isobutyl group, and here it is CH secondary butyl group. okay, so these are all neutral alpha amino acids in which there is one NH2 and one COH. okay, now next one is, yes, next one is acidic alpha amino acids. so in acidic alpha amino acids, COH groups are more than NH2 groups. see, acidic alpha amino acids, there is NH2 CH COH. okay, see, there is one NH2 one COH, but if it is like CH2 COH, means R group is CH2 COH, so there are two COH and one NH2. okay, so that is actually aspartic acid, and it is one of the acidic alpha amino acid. and if it is like NH2 CH COH, and instead of CH2 COH it is CH2 CH2 COH. okay, so that is called glutamic acid, and this is also, yes, it is also acidic alpha amino acid. okay, because they have two COH groups and one NH2, two COH and one NH2. At least two examples you should keep in mind. Now basic alpha amino acids. In basic, obviously NH2 groups are more than COH groups. See, NH2 CH COH. Now R, if it is replaced by C CH2 thrice NH2, means there are 2 NH2 and 1 COH, that is called lysine. Okay, so this is basic amino acid. Okay. Next is somewhat difficult. I have to say it because it is very difficult, but anyhow you have to keep in mind at least 2 NH2CH COH, and this part is CH2 twice NH NH2 double bond NH. Okay, so see, NH2 groups are more than COH groups, arginine, and right. So this is CH2 twice NH, C double bond NH, NH2. Okay, so these are basic alpha amino acids. So first classification is neutral, basic and acidic. Okay, in neutral, NH2 group is equal to COH group, means 1 NH2 1 COH. In acidic alpha amino acids, 2 COH and 1 NH2. In basic alpha amino acids, 2 NH2 and 1 COH. Now essential and non-essential alpha amino acids. Essential means, yes, essential means what? The essential alpha amino acid means the amino acids which cannot be synthesized by our body. Okay, they are not synthesized by our body, they are obtained from the diet. So such alpha amino acids are called essential. Okay, and non-essential means which can be synthesized by our body. Okay, so see, we have 20 amino acids required for protein synthesis, right? So human body can synthesize only 10. So these 10 amino acids which the body can synthesize, they are called non-essential alpha amino acids or dispensable. Okay, and while the others which cannot be synthesized by our body, but they are required for the growth of the body, and their deficiency can cause diseases, they must be supplied from the diet. Those are called essential alpha amino acids. Okay, so see, valine, leucine, even isoleucine. Okay, so these are essential alpha amino acids. Okay, और बाकी भी एग्जाम्पल लिख सकते हैं, है ना, बट जैसे ग्लाइसिन है, एलानिन है, they are non-essential because they are synthesized, they can be synthesized by our body. Okay, तो ये दो एग्जाम्पल याद रखना है इसके, ठीक है, कर लोगे. नाउ फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ अल्फा अमीनो एसिड्स. तो समझ गए, एसेंशियल मीन्स which cannot be synthesized by our body but they are required for the growth of the body and their deficiency causes disease. okay, that causes diseases. So, they are called essential and examples are given to you, and non-essential which can be synthesized by our body itself. Okay? There is no need to means we are not dependent on the diet to obtain them. They are synthesized by our body. Okay. Next is physical properties. Physical properties of alpha amino acids. So, first, amino acids are usually colorless. First of all, they are colorless or even non-volatile because they are crystalline solids. Okay. So, at high temperature they can decompose, which melt with decomposition, okay, at a fairly high temperature. Okay. So, first point is why they are crystalline solids, that I let you know just now. Okay. Next, they are insoluble in non-polar solvents. They are insoluble in non-polar solvents like benzene, ether, okay, but are appreciably soluble in water. Okay. And why is it so? Because you know they have acidic group as well as basic group. Okay. As they have acidic group as well as basic group, that's why they can exist as NH3 positive because COH group give H plus ion and NH2 accept it. Okay. So, that is called zwitterion or dipolar ion. Okay. And this is generally known as internal salt. So, as it is in the form of salt, okay, that is why they are crystalline solids, they are soluble in water, okay, because they contain acidic group as well as basic group, and these two groups can interact and affect the properties of each other. Okay. So, amino acids cannot be considered simply as amines and acids. Actually, they neutralize each other involving transfer of proton, okay, from the carboxyl group to the amino group within the molecule. As a result, they largely exist as dipolar ion, or this dipolar ion is also called zwitterion, okay, or internal salt. Last point is isoelectric point. Isoelectric point of alpha amino acids. Actually, you know, this is zwitterion. Now, this zwitterion, you know, when pH is high, pH is high means there is excess of OH negative ions. So, if OH negative ions are in excess, then NH3 positive give its H plus ion and we get NH2, RH and CO negative. And if H plus ions pH is low, then it convert back into zwitterion. Or if pH is low, then what happened? This H plus ion is accepted by CO negative and we get this in the form of cation. It is in the form of cation at low pH, it is in the form of anion at high pH. Okay, that means that because of this deuterion structure, alpha amino acids have high melting point, that you know all. They are moderately soluble in water, but in acidic medium alpha amino acid exists as cation. Low pH means acidic medium. So, in acidic medium it behaves as a cation, and that is why as it behaves as a cation it migrate towards, yes, it migrate towards cathode under the influence of electric field, right. And at some intermediate value of pH, concentration of cationic form and anionic form will become equal, and therefore alpha amino acid will exist primarily as a neutral dipolar ion. Now, at high pH, means in basic medium, what happened? At high pH in basic medium it exists as anion, so it migrate towards anode, right. And at a particular pH, at intermediate pH, there is no migration because it exists as dipolar ion. There is no migration towards any electrode, and that pH is called isoelectric point. Means the pH at which there is no net migration of the amino acid under the influence of applied electric field, that is called isoelectric point, or it is denoted by Pi. And this Pi value means isoelectric point is different for different amino acids. For neutral amino acids, isoelectric point is slightly less than pH 7. Okay. And for acidic alpha amino acids, it lies between, say, for neutral amino acids, isoelectric point is, its pH is slightly less than 7, means very close to 7, okay, near to 7 means. But for acidic alpha amino acids, isoelectric point lies between pH 3.0 to 5.4, and for basic amino acids it lies between 7.6 to 10.8. Means at isoelectric point an amino acid has the least solubility in water. So, this property has been used in the separation of different amino acids obtained from the hydrolysis of proteins. Okay. So, this is about isoelectric point. Now, next point is acidity and basicity constants. Amino acids, their acidic means Ka value and Kb values are very low. Okay. Why is it so? Because in this NH3 positive act as acid and CO negative act as base. Keep in mind, see, we have structure like this. So, what do we suppose? That COH behave as an acid and NH2 behave as a base due to the presence of lone pair, but it is not like that. Actually, in most of the cases it exists like this. Okay. So, NH3 positive act as acid and CO negative act as base. That is why their Ka and Kb values are very low. Okay. Now come to configuration, which point number 7. Okay. D and L, you know. So, alpha carbon of all the amino acids except glycine is chiral, that we have discussed just now. कि जो अल्फा कार्बन्स हैं of all the amino acids except glycine, they are chiral because they are attached to 4 different groups or atoms. Hence, amino acid can exist in 2 stereoisomeric forms, D and L. Okay. So, in this case, just like glyceraldehyde, if NH2 group, see, most oxidized carbon is at the top, side chain at the bottom. If NH2 is on the left side, that is called L amino acid, and if NH2 on the right, that is called D amino acid. But keep in mind, proteins exclusively consist of L amino acids and all sugars belong to, yes, all sugars belong to D series, D glucose, D fructose. Okay. But alpha amino acids, in all the proteins, alpha amino acid is L. Okay. Now, classification. So, you know peptides and their classification. So, peptides are actually what? Peptides are amides. Peptides are amides because, see, let us take glycine. In glycine there is HH, and in next take alanine. Okay. So, H, NH, C, C double bond OH. Okay. CH3H. So, OH and H, water is removed. This is glycine and this one is alanine. It is like this, and this is peptide bond. This is peptide bond, and this molecule is called glycyl alanine. Okay, means GLY and ALA. Okay, so we get, this is what? This is dipeptide. This is called, if 3 amino acids are combined, that is called tripeptide. If many amino acids are combined together, that is called polypeptide. And this group CONH, this bond is called peptide bond. This is called peptide bond, okay, or peptide linkage. So in both the dipeptides, see, there is one free NH2 at one end and free carboxyl group on the other end, and these groups can further react with appropriate functional groups of other alpha amino acids to form, see, it react with NH2 and this react with COH, and we get tripeptide, tetrapeptide, pentapeptide and so on. And if many are combined together, that is called polypeptide. Okay, so from all of these structures, it is clear this is called N-terminal. This is N-terminal amino acid. On the other hand, there is C-terminal COH group, that is called C-terminal amino acid. Okay. So amino acid group having a free NH2 group, that is called N-terminal amino acid, or amino acid unit having the free COH group, that is called C-terminal amino acid. Okay. So name we can write like in the order. Okay, like first we have glycine, then we have alanine, then we have leucine. So we can write it in this order. Okay, ये समझ गए आप लोग ये स्ट्रक्चर? एनी डाउट इन दिस स्ट्रक्चर? कर लोगे? नाउ क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ प्रोटीन्स. सो प्रोटीन जो है, और याद रखना ये जो सीक्वेंस है ना अल्फा अमीनो एसिड्स का, दैट डिसाइड द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एनी प्रोटीन. प्रोटीन की प्रॉपर्टीज को ये सीक्वेंस जो है वो डिसाइड करता है. ठीक है, बाकी कल करें. है बेटा? हाँ सही है बेटा. ओके, तो बाकी कल पे रखते हैं. ठीक है, बाय टू ऑल. डन.